Bitcoin rejected a key resistance level, and if that sounds interesting to you, make sure to continue watching this video. Hey guys, Pingu Charts here. Welcome back to another Bitcoin analysis video. As always, if you do enjoy my content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you guys are interested in a free $600 Bitcoin, make sure to check out the link in the bio. As you guys can see, yesterday we had a beautiful momentum move on Bitcoin, retested that resistance level here at 19.5, and now we are starting to see the rejection. We had a beautiful bearish engulfing candle confirming that rejection to the downside, and now we are hovering right in between these exponential moving averages. I mentioned to you guys yesterday that it's going to be extremely risky to be entering a short position right over here because of the fact that there's usually a liquidity grab that happens on Bitcoin pretty much after. We can see that right when we had that video posted, we had a beautiful move hitting that 19.7 level, grabbing that liquidity and then pushing down. The reason why I mentioned that level specifically was because I told you guys this many times, we don't trade off the candlesticks, we trade off the wicks. And you guys can see pretty much right over here was the level that we were interested in because of the fact that we saw multiple wicks on this level, right? We saw a wick right over here, we saw multiple wicks at this level right in between, and then we saw one more wick before we had the final test to the downside. Now, of course, on Bitcoin, we ideally want to see a exponential moving average push above, retesting that resistance level, and then a consolidation around this 20.7 to the 19.5 level for that bullish case scenario. But if Bitcoin can break above that level once more, we definitely will be heading back down to the 18.8 and my overall level of 17.9 to the 17.6. I know I've mentioned that level many times to you guys before, and the reason is because of the fact that Bitcoin has yet to actually test that level. You can see we get pretty close to that level, but we actually don't test that level. We bounce right around the 18.1 to the 18.2 level, and then we see that consolidation range right in between, right? This can pretty much just be seen as a massive consolidation range for Bitcoin, and I am still waiting for that massive waterfall to the downside. The reason for that is, of course, because of the fact that Bitcoin has seen this pattern many times before. You can see we saw the same sort of consolidation here around the $32,000 mark. We saw the same sort of consolidation here around the $25,000 mark. And now we're seeing the same sort of consolidation here at the $19,000 mark. This doesn't change the fact that Bitcoin is in a downtrend. So just because there's a few green candles doesn't mean that we are entering a bull run. I still think Bitcoin has quite a ways to go before we actually find that bottom. And right now, these consolidation zones can become extremely risky to play. So ideally, what we're looking for right now on Bitcoin is the fact that we might see another push above, grab that liquidity here at $20,000 and then see that massive move to the downside, or we actually see a false breakout formation, break above that 20,000, find that consolidation and then continue pushing higher. Ideally though, we can possibly go up to the $21,000 to $22,000 level before we see that rejection pattern. But if Bitcoin can't break above this 19.5 level again and we start seeing those rejection candles and we see that break below the 18.8, that will become extremely bearish for Bitcoin. Now, of course, on the lower time frames, you can see that we are already seeing lower lows happening over here. We had this beautiful bark formation kind of play out, a massive move to the upside. Now we're starting to see that consolidation. So I do expect another move to the downside. But if we continue bouncing off this support specifically right here at 19.1, and the reason why this level is going to be crucial is because you guys can see we saw multiple candlestick tests from this formation, right? We had multiple tests right over here. You can see that we tested this level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, multiple times on the 4 hour, and then we saw the push above, and then now we're retesting that level again with these multiple wicks to the downside, right? That usually ends up being a decent mid-level support level to kind of keep your eyes on, and if that support level is obviously broken, then we will definitely be heading for that overall level at 18.8. The reason is, of course, you can see that we started the bullish momentum with this breakout candlestick right over here. That usually ends up going back down, retesting, and then whether or not we'll see the move to the upside. But overall, though, Bitcoin right now is still in the consolidation zone right in between these exponential moving averages. As long as we hold these as support, we are still short-term looking somewhat of a move for a bullish side, but we can't ignore the fact that this was a very clean breakout formation to the downside on Bitcoin, right? You can see we retested that resistance level immediately. I entered a shorting position actually right around here, around the 19.6 level for a small scalp position, riding it right back down into that support level and then took some profits. You can definitely do that, but you obviously have to be very careful about trying not to get caught in that position because of the fact that if you do get caught in that position, something like this can happen, right? We can actually see a wick going all the way up to 20,000, wick you out completely and then fall back down. That's why it's so crucial to actually kind of have that risk management level and kind of know exactly when to get in and out. The reason why I entered that on the lower time frames, I started to see multiple resistance candlesticks happen, so I entered that quick short position to the downside. Now, of course, I'm not in a position position right now because you guys already know I don't trade these choppy ranges. But what I'm looking for is either a bounce from these exponential moving averages, retesting this at 19.5 as support, and then a continuation, or we actually break below the support level here, continue pushing to that 18.8, and then possibly seeing that waterfall effect down. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. As always, if you do enjoy my content, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. If you guys are interested in that free $600 Bitcoin, make sure to check out the link in the bio. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.